friends, welcome back to My Zone Active Kids, where we actively invest in your future. Whose future? Your future. I'm back again as Blue, as your friend, and I'm here with my favorite friend, Amazing.
There you get it, Amazing.
How are you doing, Amazing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing,
I'm
Blue?
good. I'm excited for this show. This episode is going to be fire. Now, friends, today's theme, or let's say topic, is going to be based off carols. What did they say? It's going to be carols. So you guys know what carols are. Before we dive into it, maybe let's just remind our friends where they can catch our show. You know?
Dstv channel 285, Gotv channel 25, 10 p.m. every weekday.
And maybe if you did not get to watch it on all of our channels, you can probably check it out on YouTube or on our website, or one up too. Now let's just give our people a big thanks. Who sponsored this?
Our beanbags, info@kickstart.com.
I mean, if you want to be rocking a good beanbag in your favorite color like mine, blue, then just make sure to give them an email and choose your color. And you can have your beanbag just like us. So we're talking about carols, right? What are carols?
I think there are these structures where sea creatures live into, and they actually call them homes.
Really?
Yeah, if I can recall, if our kids watched SpongeBob, those structures where SpongeBob and the squid
And plankton.
Yeah. Now you get an idea.
Guys, I have a song. You said SpongeBob. Let's sing. You know what I'm talking about?
I know. I guess I know.
Should I start singing?
Let me start.
Okay, friends.
Oh, who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
SpongeBob SquarePants.
He's trouble the neck and trouble the fish.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
He's nothing but trouble. He's something you wish.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
Oh, SpongeBob SquarePants. We all know that song if you watch that amazing cartoon. But now let's dive a bit deeper into the topic. So they call their fish houses carols?
Yeah, I don't really know what it means. I don't even know if my kids know this, but I guess it's what I call them. So,
friends, maybe you can tell us a bit more about carols. So different fish stay there. Maybe they even have fish families.
Yeah, I guess so. But talk about the different structures where they live. Did you ever see one?
No, but I saw that some of them live under rocks, like between rocks. And they use, is it Squidward? No, they can't use Squidward. They use, what is that green thing?
Is it
seaweed.
Seaweed.
They use seaweed to cover it up and make it look like a house, like a door.
Wow, so they also have homes.
They also have homes.
I thought they only live in the water and swim all 24 hours.
Fish actually sleep.
They sleep? Wow. Deep down, the bottom of the sea.
I'm not sure if whales do sleep, maybe sharks, but they actually do sleep.
Yeah, I know whales sleep.
Really?
Yeah, they do sleep
Won't
deep
they
down
just
the ocean.
fall? Won't they just sink?
No. They can actually stay at the portion where it's very deep in the sea.
Really?
Yeah, they sleep somewhere where it's very deep and dark.
But I think I heard that, is it sharks? Sharks don't sleep.
Sharks don't sleep?
No, they'll actually die if they sleep.
Wow.
If you find a shark with closed eyes, they'll die.
The what?
They're dead.
They're dead?
They're dead.
Wow. At least I know that now.
And whales, a fun fact. Fun fact, guys, fun fact. Whales actually blink.
They
They're
blink?
the only fish that can blink.
In the water?
Yes.
Wow.
The others can't.
Crazy how.
But anyways, friends, we're heading over into the next segment.
And that's
Arts and
Crafts. So excited, guys. Let's see what we good to give you guys there at our Arts and Crafts, guys. Bye for now.
Hi friends, welcome back to Arts and Craft. We have a few markers here, a blue marker, a purple, a pink, and a black marker. Then we also have some glue stick in case you want to stick some things, and a few beautiful color papers, and you can choose which color you would like for this activity. In this arts and craft, we are going to be drawing some of our lovely fish friends, and once you're done, you can decide to keep it on your paper. Like as for me, I chose the blue paper because it's beautiful. So are the other colors, but we're going to start off with a SpongeBob. Let's draw, friends. How does SpongeBob look? I know he has beautiful big eyes, but he's a sponge. There we go. We have a sponge, and the sponge should have some eyebrows and some eyes. Does this look like SpongeBob, friends? I'm trying, but you can decide to make it even better with a big smile, because SpongeBob loves to smile, and some shorts with a bow tie. Here are his arms. Let's not forget the bow tie. We're just going to make some dots here to make it look like a bow tie. And then his legs. And his favorite shoes. So there we have SpongeBob. Now we're going to make a fish. And here we go. This fish is so beautiful. Imagine if we could color it in. And then the little lip and the eyes. And then we can also have some scales, because there's some fish that have scales, but others don't. So, what else can we draw? Maybe some seaweed. Ooh, what color is seaweed, friends? That's right. Blue is nope, it's not correct. It's green. Some seaweed. We can maybe add some rocks, some ocean bottom rocks. Now you are going to be able to color it in. Do you think they have an ocean as big as this? I don't think so. I think our ocean is big. And maybe some sunlight that is shining bright on the ocean. Oopsie. Need to start there. And there we go, friends. That was our active activity. Don't forget, if you would like to have another color, you can decide to cut them out. I drew SpongeBob, and I don't know what we're going to call this fish. Maybe Nemo. And some rocks, some seaweed. You can color them in beautiful colors. SpongeBob is yellow, and we can also cut them out. Paste them with our lovely glue. Don't forget to be careful. There's our glue stick. And there you go. That's your arts and craft. Bye, friends. Welcome back, friends. Now this is segment 3, and we are so excited and amazed by what we did in arts and craft.
Fish homes, guys. We did.
Chris is so creative. Guys, did I just call him Chris? Our amazing friend.
It's okay.
But
So basically, we designed fish homes and other creatures as well. So we kind of designed coral reefs. These are homes, I could say,
where
for the
fish
different
stay.
creatures in the water.
So it's not only fish, maybe even squids
Octopus.
and octopus.
The octopus even sleep.
And
One of the weirdest
do we say
creatures in the sea.
jellyfish? They don't
Jellyfish.
sleep.
I don't know. I don't want to
Maybe
lie.
an octopus sleeping.
Is that an octopus?
I think so.
Wow. Looks more like a robot.
Because do they have 6 or 8 legs?
I guess 8. They look so many.
They look so many and they all wobble. But anyways, arts and craft was so informative. We hope you also try out your own arts and craft and maybe get to share it with your friends or your teachers at school so that you can have fun and continue to learn, because this is the one show where we actively invest in your future. Friends, let's talk more about homes.
Homes.
Don't you think it's important for fish to have homes?
Yeah, it's kind of important. Everyone wants a place to stay, obviously. But it's also kind of weird how they have homes under the water. Don't they get like blown away or something?
I don't know, like, so that means the home is having water.
So
They don't live like us.
they don't live like us.
Because since the fish home is underwater, it's full of water. Even the kitchen has water.
Even SpongeBob lives in water.
Oh, we understand.
I could
SpongeBob.
literally just imagine. But SpongeBob lives in a pineapple.
Imagine. Won't the pineapple become spoiled?
Imagine.
And Squidward, he lives in a...
Bucket.
Uh,
Or is it?
oh, it's
no,
a bucket.
It's not a bucket. It's something under. That's sort of a bucket or pot or something that is.
I think some of their houses aren't made of rocks and seaweed. I think some of their, and this is not healthy, guys. We actually litter in the ocean, and that's how they make their houses.
Something
Because
to,
that tin is where maybe plankton stays.
something to put your curiosity on. Don't
That's
dump.
fine. Yeah, don't litter, guys.
Don't litter in the sea.
Because we're making
someone's
the fish-
home.
Yeah, it's someone's home. Imagine it's someone's
Imagine.
home.
It's someone's home. Would you want someone to dump in your place?
Rubbish.
Somewhere you live. Nah.
But it's not only the fish that stay in homes. I think also the sea creatures.
Sea creatures, definitely. Talk about, but something comes in my mind. Do you know about sea dogs?
Sea dogs. Sea dogs?
Mm.
Friends, have we ever heard of sea dogs? No.
What do you call them?
Is it a sea dog? Sea lion.
Sea lion.
It's a sea lion.
Oh my god. Okay, fine.
The ones that
Mhm.
they like attention.
Yeah.
I remember a vacation that we took,
Mhm.
and it came in the boat where we were.
Actually friendly, but we have excess of them.
Really?
So we use them. There's actually something called, is it sculling? Yes,
Sculling?
it's a process whereby they kill thousands of them. So sad I know.
Friends?
But it's just to make sure they don't overpopulate and eat up other creatures.
So there are too many,
There are
and
too
they
many.
And I remember they eat fish.
Yeah, they eat fish.
Like-
So if there are too many, they'll eat other fish.
I've seen one. You give it fish and then it makes a dance. It goes like this. What? So they actually kill them?
Yeah, they actually kill them and they use them to make a lot of things. They actually take oil from them and use this oil
Oh,
for...
that oil doesn't smell nice.
Yeah, it doesn't smell nice, but it actually helps in a lot of things, I guess.
Really? Guys, our friend Amazing is so smart. Look at all of that we are learning from him.
Oh my
Maybe
God.
you guys can also look it up and watch our shows to continue to learn.
And also learn about how we can control this population and make sure other sea creatures don't
Die out.
die out and they don't feed too much on other creatures so that the others get extinct. So guys,
You know
let's
what time
get
it
to
is?
Zeki and Zoe.
Zoe.
So guys, okay, see you to Zeki and Zoe.
Hello
hello, 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 how are you?
I'm good, I'm good, I'm great, I'm great, I'm wonderful, hooray!
Hello, 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 how are you? I'm good, I'm great, I'm great, I'm great, I'm wonderful, hooray!
Hi friends, my name is Zoe.
And my name is Zaki.
And we are niece and nephew. Zaki, today we are talking about coral reefs.
Oh, I love coral reefs. They are like magical underwater castles with all kinds of animals.
Exciting, right? Did you know coral is actually alive?
Wait, what? Coral is alive, but it looks like rocks?
Well, it does, but it's made up of tiny creatures and called poulps, and they all live together in groups.
Ooh, that's like me and my cousins when we share snacks.
Kind of coral reefs are like big neighborhoods for sea animals. Fish, turtles, crabs, you name it, friends.
And even octopuses. I saw one in a picture with big eyes.
Exactly. Coral reefs give sea creatures a safe space to live and find food.
So that means we should protect them, right?
Very much, yes. Keeping the ocean clean helps coral reefs stay healthy.
Ooh, so no throwing rubbish in the water?
Nope. Even rubbish from land can end up way down in the deep of the ocean.
Down where the weird fish with glowy heads live?
Yes, that's called the midnight zone. It's super dark and cold there.
I wouldn't want to get lost down there. I will need a torch and a sandwich.
Good thinking. The animals there make their own light. It's called What? Let me say it again, Zaki. Bioluminescence.
Sounds right. Bio what now? That sounds like a superhero power.
It's kind of like some jellyfish, squids, fish glow to find food or scare predators away.
Even the deep sea is full of action. I thought only the top part had fun stuff.
Each ocean zone has its own surprises, from coral reefs to deep sea caves.
It's like a giant watery world with different neighborhoods.
Exactly. And we're just beginning our ocean adventure.
Wait, how many zones are there in the ocean?
Well, Zaki, there are 5 main ones, from the sunny top to the pitch black bottom.
I know the top one. It's where we swim and snorkel, right?
Yes, that's called the sunlight zone. It warms up the full of life.
Then comes the moonlight zone.
Close, it's called the twilight zone. It's cooler, darker, and some fish have their big eyes.
I will need big eyes too if it's dark all the time.
You're so funny, Zoe. You're so funny, Zaki. And after that, it's the midnight zone, remember?
Yep, the one with glow in the dark sea creatures.
Below that is the abyssal zone. Very cold, very deep, and hardly any light.
That sounds spooky, but also kind of cool.
And the deeper zone is called the Haddle zone. It's where deep trenches are found.
Like the bottom of the bottom, even deeper than whales go?
It's so deep, we still don't know everything that lives there.
Maybe there's a giant sea when playing hide and seek.
Maybe scientists use special machines to explore that far down.
I want to be a deep sea explorer one day. I'll find new creatures.
That would be amazing, just like our friend Amazing. The ocean still has so many secrets.
Do sea creatures from different zones ever visit each other?
Not usually. The ocean zones are like different worlds.
Wow, it's like one big underwater city with lots of neighborhoods.
Yep. Zaki, each zone has its own special residents.
That's the deep sea for you, full of mysteries and creatures we are still discovering. Maybe one day I'll be an ocean explorer.
I'd love that. Captain Zaki. Ahoy!
Oh, ho, 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 ho.
That's Father Christmas. Just remember, even explorers take care of the ocean.
Haha, perfect plan. All right, friends, until next time, keep learning and keep caring and be curious.
In a good way. Bye.
Bye, ocean buddies. Don't forget to make waves in a good way.
Welcome back, friends. That was such a lovely story by Zaki and Zoe, wasn't it?
I loved it.
I love those friends. They always teach us
Zaki and
something.
Zoe always get us on.
They are so lit. So today's topic was about fish homes.
Fish
What are
homes.
they called again?
Coral reefs, I guess.
Coral reefs.
Yeah.
Those are the fish homes, or let's say ocean creature homes. And we learned so very much, especially from our very smart friend, Amazing. And we look forward to seeing you guys again. But before we close off this episode, because I'm always sad when I have to say goodbye.
Oh my God.
I love my friends so much.
Don't cry. We'll be back again, guys.
Yeah.
So,
But okay, let's just do a recap. So we learned that whales are the only fish that can blink in the ocean.
yep, we learned about that, and we learned about sharks that you share with.
Sharks.
That sharks don't actually close their eyes.
No, once they close their eyes,
Apparently. So we also learned that all creatures, or
what you were
some
talking
creatures,
about.
actually have homes.
Yes, some creatures
Like-
actually have homes.
All of us do.
And then we
And
also
then
learned
also-
not to litter.
Not to
remember?
litter.
Very important.
And then we also learned how
The
to.
oil.
There's something called population control. Also happens with
Yes, the sea lions.
sea lions.
Maybe if you don't know how a sea lion looks like, you can also just go up onto Google or YouTube and just search it up, because we are here to learn together. So you can also pop by our YouTube channel, and you can also leave comments down below. Maybe you have questions, maybe you'd like to see more or hear more about sea lions. Amazing will respond, right?
Definitely.
Awesome. Friends, before we go, I just feel like we can't just leave them like that. Should we
Why?
sing SpongeBob again?
Okay, let's try. Oh, listen up, Anna. For the sea.
SpongeBob SquarePants!
It's trouble that they can trouble the fish.
SpongeBob
He's
SquarePants!
nothing but trouble. He's something you wish.
SpongeBob SquarePants! Oh, SpongeBob SquarePants! SpongeBob SquarePants!
SpongeBob SquarePants.
You did it actually much better than I did.
I used to watch SpongeBob a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
I think if you want to understand today's topic, you can also just look at how SpongeBob's homes were, because there was plankton.
But I
Mr.
really feel like they are
Krabs.
so not realistic.
Really?
Because actually there are no pineapples in
They
the water.
have Krabby Patties.
Yes.
I want to taste a Krabby Patty.
But yeah, anyways, it's still homes. So it's a typical example of how creatures, sea creatures live in
Yes,
homes.
very much. And I forgot that when we were talking about these sea creatures, we actually learned about the different sea creatures we have. We mentioned the octopus, the sea lion, which I had forgotten
Starfish.
about, the starfish. What we also mentioned the whales.
What was the mention of whale?
I mean,
Shark,
is SpongeBob a fish, guys?
dolphin.
SpongeBob, is he a fish?
No, he's a sponge
He's a sponge.
that actually fell in the water and apparently
Really?
became a sea creature. That's so crazy.
That show is so funny.
Okay.
But I think now it's almost time for us to say goodbye to our friends.
Oh no.
What wise words do you have for our friends today?
My wise words will be don't litter and stay safe.
Stay safe. Make sure not to talk to strangers.
Especially not in water.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, let's talk about that. Just to ensure that you do not end up drowning, guys. Do not go swimming without adult supervision.
Yo,
Very, very
almost
important.
forgot.
Yes. You see, amazing. Amazing is just amazing. He keeps on teaching us so much in this episode, and we spoke of so many things. But the main topic today was on the sea creatures
Creatures and their homes.
in their homes.
Crazy.
So we just learned that as much as we have homes that are
Sea
of course
creatures.
underwater, the sea creatures live underwater and they have their homes too.
Wow.
So let's not
It's actually so lovely.
Yeah, it is. Imagine they have a little house with a door.
Imagine, they even have those. Really? Okay.
They must have doors because what if plankton just walks in, like, remember in the Krabby Patty?
Imagine.
Although it's not as realistic. But we will see you some other time, friends.
So from me, amazing and blue.
Did you almost call yourself blue? I knew it. Everyone likes the color blue.
Oh my God, no.
We'll see you soon, friends. What a lovely episode we have. Bye.
Bye-bye.